Welcome to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation's CF Education Day webcast, Cooking on a Budget, Eating High Calories for Less. I'm Melissa Chin, Clinical Program Specialist at the CF Foundation. This webcast is hosted by the Foundation and supported through an unrestricted educational grant from Genentech. Joining me today is Judy Fulton, a dietitian from the Antonio J. and Janet Palumbo CF Center at the Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh of UPMC. Welcome, Judy.
Thank you, Melissa.
So Judy, what are some suggestions on ways to plan a meal for the week?
Well, some tips for planning a menu for the week. It's first thing you want to do is take a look at your activities calendar to see what you have going on, how much time you have on certain days to prepare your meals. If you know you have doctor's visits or you have to work late certain evenings, those are the days you want to rely on a crock pot meal. Something like beef stew or chili that you can put over in the morning and have waiting for you when you come home at night. The other tip to menu planning is to be flexible and utilize leftovers on the days where you don't feel good or you have something unexpected come up. Another tip is to get your family involved with your menu planning. And certain family members have certain food preferences and eating habits, and a lot of times I have my patients have their kids select a meal for a day during the week and help give ideas at that point. You can also use different recipes online. Some of my favorites is allrecipes.com, where they'll email you a new recipe each day. You can also use Pinterest, which is interactive bulletin board where you can share recipes. It's important to have balanced meals during the day, and the Food and Drug Association used to have My Pyramid. It's been replaced with what is called My Plate. And what they recommend is half of your plate to be fruits and vegetables, the other half being dairy, protein, and carbohydrates. This can be a challenge for patients with CF because they need the higher calories. And what you want to do is go ahead and try to add extra calories to the fruits and vegetables by adding cheese sauces to the vegetables or using whipped cream for the fruits, and also having larger portion sizes for the higher calorie food items. Lastly, when you're doing your menu for the week, you want to take a look at what food items are on sale at the grocery store, and then utilize your coupons. Anyone can cut coupons, but what you want to do is try to get them organized. This is an example of a coupon holder where they're organized and categorized based upon each food, and you can attach it onto your shopping cart while you're at the grocery store. People who utilize coupons can save up to 30 to 40% of their grocery bill.
So we all know that buying food isn't cheap. What are some tips on ways to save money?
Well, some general tips for saving money while you're grocery shopping. First of all, once you have your menu planned out and you have your shopping list, take a look at what's on sale at the dollar store or at the low-cost grocery stores, because it might be worthwhile going to one of those stores to pick up some of your food items. Another thing to look at are the warehouse stores, ones like Costco, BJ's, Sam's Club. You can buy larger quantities of food there, but you have to make sure that you need that much food. We use a lot of Heinz ketchup at our house, and so it's worthwhile us buying a larger quantity of it. The next thing is looking at store brands over name brands. A lot of times these types of foods are very much the same as the name brands, but they cost less. And one other tip during the summertime especially is using seasonal produce, going to a farmer's market or a roadside stand to pick up your fruits and vegetables. Stocking up on canned goods or frozen goods when they go on sale at the grocery store is another tip.
So Judy, let's change gears for a minute. What do people with CF look for on a food label?
Okay, well, food labels, nutritional facts, are located on all packaged food items. As you can see on the cereal box here, it's on the side of the box. And essentially, the things that you're looking for is the calories per serving and how many servings are in that package. This example, there is 2 servings and each serving is 1 cup. After that, you need to look at the percentage of the daily value. And this is based upon a person eating 2,000 calories a day. That percentage of the nutrient is in that amount of calories. For a person with CF, they're eating more than 2,000 calories a day. So they need to have a higher percentage of those nutrients. As you look on the other side, there is the grams of protein, grams of fat, and grams of carbohydrate. And again, it's important as you're dosing your pancreatic enzymes to look at how many grams of fat that you're going to be eating, and also looking at the amount of carbohydrate if you're a person who is using the food label to figure out how much carbohydrate for carbohydrate counting if you have CF-related diabetes. On a package, this is a fruit snack, which I could eat the whole package. And if you look at the servings, it's actually 2.5 servings for 1 package. So what that essentially means is that you have to take the grams of carbohydrate, which is 20, and multiply it by 2.5 if you plan on eating the entire package. Other items on the facts label are the vitamins and minerals. And again, a food that has less than 5% of the daily value is not a good source of that vitamin or mineral. Same with the calcium, as you can see, there's 20%. That is actually 20% or higher is a good source of that mineral. So again, you can make good choices of picking out foods that are good sources of vitamins and minerals by using the facts label. Lastly is the dietary fiber, and you can see in this package there is no fiber in the food, but if you're looking to try to eat more fiber in your diet, a food that is considered a high fiber food is one that has 5 grams or higher.
I want to remind our viewers that if you have any questions about how to read a food label, you can ask your CF dietitian. So Judy, what are some low budget, high protein foods that people with CF should have handy in their kitchen?
Well, Melissa, there's quite a few that you can have handy in your kitchen. Tuna, peanut butter, beans, eggs, chicken, to name a few. Tuna comes in cans, and I always recommend getting them packed in oil, which is higher in calories than tuna packed in water. And it goes on sale quite frequently, and even if it's not on sale, it still only costs about $1 a can. Peanut butter is another one that I always recommend to a lot of my patients. I always tell my patients going off to college to take a can of peanut butter, container of peanut butter with them, because it is such a good source of calories and protein. A peanut butter and jelly sandwich is about 400 calories. If you add extra butter to it, it's about 500 calories, and it has as much protein as an 8-ounce steak. So it's a very good source of calories and protein. Beans you can buy bulk. If you don't have time to soak dry beans, you can also buy canned beans and can use them in a lot of different recipes. Eggs. Eggs are about 70 calories for an average egg and about 7 to 8 grams of protein. You can use extra large eggs and get more calories and more protein. A lot of times I would suggest having breakfast for dinner, and one night a week have that as a special meal. Sometimes even getting your younger kids involved with cooking that meal would be fun. Lastly, chicken is still a relatively inexpensive food and is a great source of protein. You can use it in a lot of different casseroles and add a lot of different toppings to it when you're baking it. And again, is relatively inexpensive.
Those are some great ideas. For ideas on how to cook up calories, or add calories rather, watch the webcast on the Foundation's website called Secrets to Cooking Up Calories. So last question. What is the most important advice you can give to a person with CF about cooking on a budget?
Well, some of the tips I would recommend, first of all, be organized, plan your menus in advance for the week, make your grocery list, look at what's on sale at the grocery store, utilize those coupons. You can save a lot of money by using coupons. Different recipes, there's so many different recipes out there. Try a different recipe a week. Try different foods. The grocery stores are filled with different foods, and we always have a tendency of buying the same thing, but it's important to try different things. Stock up on different food items, canned items, frozen items when they're on sale. When you do go shopping, try to stick with your grocery list. A lot of times I recommend people going food shopping by themselves. If you bring a spouse or a child, all that hard work that you just did organizing can go to pot if you don't stick to your grocery list. Eat as many meals together as a family. It's important to make eating fun too. Part of taking care of yourself part of the medical therapy for CF is eating a high-calorie diet, and you need to make that part fun.
Thank you, Judy, for that valuable advice. For more information on nutrition, go to the CF Foundation's website. Under the Living with Cystic Fibrosis section, click on Staying Healthy. The diet section has lots of information and fact sheets about food, nutrition, enzymes, and vitamins and minerals. Another location on the website is under Treatments, Therapies. Here you will find fact sheets about nutrition for different age groups. Choose My Plate is another website that has nutritional information, activities, and tools. And lastly, here is a list of websites that Judy had mentioned during the webcast that may be helpful. This concludes the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation CF Education Day webcast, Cooking on a Budget, Eating High Calories for Less. I want to thank you for watching, Judy for sharing some wonderful tips, Rick Vasta and the technical crew, Leslie Hazel, Genentech, and the CF Foundation for making this webcast possible. Thank you.